first I want to get on here and just rave about how awesome this season was. I mean, the first time I seen Eris Morn's transformation, that shit was so cool, man.
Lost my damn mind when that happened. Lost my goddamn mind.
And the ending, it was just chef's kiss, so beautifully done with hinting at the 15th wish, man. This is something that Bungie knows we have been going crazy for years now. And honestly, it's kind of sad because I feel like that's one of the reasons they thought that they could do the layoffs. You know, that they knew they had bangers on it. They're like, look, we're going to bring them Season of the Wish, giving them the 15th wish finally. And then after that, we had the final shape coming. They're like, everyone's going to be playing this. Every hardcore Destiny player is going to buy this no matter what. We can go ahead and lay some people off and they're still going to buy it.
I can't prepare them, man.
But when I really look back at other seasons, like Seasons of the Deep for me was probably my favorite season of all time. And when I look at that season compared to this season was actually missing a lot. I mean, for starters, we got a incredible dungeon. We got a dungeon in Season of the Deep that was compared to a raid, like just probably the best dungeon ever. It is. It's the best dungeon Bungie has ever done. It was incredible.
Historical. Unbelievable. Amazing.
We got some awesome exotics. We finally got to meet the Leviathan, that creature that we knew existed for so long. We finally got to meet her. And like we got to play underwater for the first time. Like Season of the Deep was just so incredible. See, I absolutely loved Eris Morn's transformation this season. I thought it was so cool. But I think meeting Esha in Season of the Deep, is that her name, Esha? The Leviathan? I don't know, man. Like actually getting to finally see that creature that we knew was out there on Titan, I think that might have been even better. No matter how good this season was, it just feels like it was lacking. Like I said, we didn't get a special exotic quest. Like, trying to get the Wicked Implement drove me crazy. I think I was stuck on that boss fight for like 5 hours with a couple of blueberries trying to get it done before we finally got it done. But it was such a fun quest. And even though it's a gun that I've pretty much never used, it was totally worth the experience. I absolutely loved it.
What kind of dance move is that? I don't like it.
No idea. Keep going. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's fight. Two-Face! A Two-Face!
Hallway was the strat.
Bro, we couldn't even four-phase him earlier. A Two-Face? Yo, message that guy back and be like, the hallway was the strat. The guy that quit on us. Oh, Wicked Implement, I got it, baby. Let's go. We didn't get anything like that. We didn't get a dungeon. Now, we did get Crota's End, and I do think they did a really good job with Crota's End. I love the fact, I actually made a video that kind of blew up. I made a video saying, look, if you're going to do Crota's End, you have to bring the glowy armor back. And they did just that. So it seems like they're kind of listening to the community, you know, but I absolutely love the fact that they did that. And I really enjoyed the new version of Crota. You know, they definitely made it a raid worth doing. We need another sword. Get your sword!
Back in.
Damn it, soldier! Get your sword! What are you doing? The new seasonal activities, they were fun. The seasonal activities for me, they're always kind of fun, like the first week, maybe two, but then they get so grindy and so farmy that eventually you're kind of done with them. You know, it's like literally they're fun for a week or two, and out of a season that is 3-4 months long, and it's like, dude, like I'm just ready to move on and do something else. You know, like it just gets old. But compared to other, like, I remember Battlegrounds, when Battlegrounds came out, that shit got old really quick. Whereas these seasonal activities were actually kind of fun for a lot longer than that. So, compared to other seasonal activities, I would say all seasonal activities are kind of boring eventually. But compared to other ones, this was definitely a top tier one.
Top tier quality, top tier price.
Now, we did get the Embaru engine, but we didn't get, like, any really special rewards for solving it. Like, you had this huge, massive puzzle that the whole community was kind of working on, even though, like, every puzzle was solved within minutes. But I was expecting, like, an exotic gun. Like, I was thinking, like, oh, this is going to be our exotic quest, you know? And, like, no, we didn't. We didn't get really hardly anything.
I got none.
And speaking of exotics, the new exotic grenade launcher I had a ton of fun with it very early on in the season, but it's really a gimmicky weapon. Now, I know a lot of people paired them with the new, I think they're the Hunter Gauntlets. They give you the Moth also, and I know people have done builds like that. I never did that build on my Hunter personally, but like it was fun. It's another exotic that's a gimmick, you know. It's just a gimmicky weapon. You're not really going to use it in in-game content. It's good for ad clear. I love the fact that it auto reloads every shot. You literally never have to reload this gun. You could just spam grenades, which is really cool. And I love that the moths, you know, attack enemies. Like I said, it's a really good ad clear gun, but you're never really going to use it in-game content unless maybe they make grenade launchers as unstoppable champs or overload or whatever, something like that. You're never going to really use it for like DPS and raids or anything like that.
Goddamn useless.
Let's start with the Pyrogal, I hope I'm saying that right, gauntlets for the Titans. Now, basically what this does is it turns your hammers into one massive hammer, and it's supposed to do just one massive blow of damage. I've only messed around with this a little bit, and I'm kind of curious to see what it's going to be like against bosses and things like that, so I would really like to try that out. The next one were the Briarbind gauntlets for the Warlock. Now, I messed around with this build a lot. I actually had a lot of fun with this build, and basically all it does is it gives you an improved Void Oversoul, and kind of like gives you unlimited Oversouls, basically what the build is supposed to do. And they were alright. Again, kind of a gimmicky gauntlet, not something that I generally run. And then finally we have the Hunter's Mothkeeper's Wraps. Again, I feel like it's kind of a gimmickly gauntlet. Like I said, a lot of people paired them with the new grenade launcher, and it seems like it could be a really fun build. I'll have to try it out. I haven't yet. But again, not something that I see myself really running in like serious in-game content stuff and raids and Grandmasters and things like that. Just kind of something like if I'm bored, just having a chill Saturday night, you know, just running some easy content, then, you know, it's something I might have some fun with.
We're here to have fun. This is not a competition. Wow.
Now, as for the season pass itself, I mean, I really don't have much to say about it. I mean, it's your basic season pass. You know, you get some armors, you get some materials and things like that. There's really, I mean, all the season passes are basically the same, so there's really not a whole lot to be said about it. As for the seasonal armor, again, it's all right. Like, it's nothing that I'm going to rock. I've seen other people rocking it, and, like, if you enjoy it, that's awesome. But for me, it was just nothing special. You know, it was nothing to write home about. I feel like I have other armor that I enjoy a lot more.
Mine is just better.
So for me, the only good thing about ritual armor ever, because I hardly ever like the way ritual armor looks each season, but I do love the fact that each season you can farm it really easily and go for those. It gives you, basically we call it spiky armor. I don't know, that's what I call it. So you can farm spiky armor by doing the rituals, and you can try, it makes it a lot easier to try and get those triple 100 stats that you want. But look-wise, like I said, like this season especially, the armor, to me the armor just looks so bad. There is no way I would rock this over some of the other armor that I have.
No.
And then coming down to the seasonal weapons, I absolutely hated the seasonal weapons. I don't know, maybe there's some good builds out there. Maybe some people love them. I did not enjoy them at all. I used them because I had to, you know, use them for certain, you know, to get certain challenges done and things like that. But, like, other than that, I pretty much trashed them all. I'm not going to farm red borders or anything like that. Maybe if somebody shows me just some crazy video of DPS or something like that. But to me, I have way better guns than anything that was offered for the ritual guns this season. So for me, it was just a no. I was not happy or excited at all about the guns this season.
Please change your behavior.
One thing I will say is I absolutely love the seasonal artifact mods, man. Like, they were so much fun. I could not get enough of that overload machine gun mod, dude. I love it. That made farming solo master lost sectors so easy, man. When you could just melt an overload champion with a heavy machine gun, dude. Oh my god, like, and just, you know, all the exotic machine guns we have that have burns and things like that. Like, wow, you could really get creative with your builds, and I absolutely love. I really hope they bring something like that back because I hate overload champions. Like, I like unstoppables; they're easy to kill. Barriers are annoying, a little bit more difficult, and then overloads just, I don't know why, they just drive me up a wall. So having that easy ability to just melt them was, oh my god, I loved it.
Wow, I love it. It really works.
As for the Grandmaster Nightfalls in this season, I actually did enjoy them. I thought they were all really fun. None of them were too crazy hard to beat. I think we beat pretty much all of them on our very first try, except for maybe one. And that was just because of goofy mistakes, you know. But overall, none of them were too difficult. None of them were, I would say, the easy farmable ones, though, that I can think. I'm trying to remember all 6 of them. There's 6, right? I'm trying to remember all of them, but I wouldn't say that I would enjoy farming these. Like some grandmasters are just super easy farmable, knock them out in 20 minutes without really any struggle. These were all kind of like took us more in the 40-minute range, 40-minute range. So you definitely want to wait for the weeks where you get those double drop rewards and things like that. I kind of wish they would have it where all the strikes that are available were just in the Grandmaster pool, you know, and you could kind of just decide which 6 you want to do in order to get that guild, you know. But I mean, it would just be a way where they could, you know, you could switch things up and you're not going to end up getting bored towards the end after you've done every Nightfall multiple times. And the same thing goes for the Lost Sectors, man. I farm the crap out of Lost Sectors. If you guys don't know, I do Lost Sector guides for every season. And I'm going to start doing them for every character for every season. And it gets really repetitive when you have like the same 6, 7, 8 Lost Sectors, however many they do per season, I'm not sure. And I was really looking forward to maybe doing some on I don't know if they had Europa this. Yeah, they had some in Europa. I'm trying to think. Neptune, right? I was really looking forward to maybe knocking out some Master Lost Sectors on Neptune, and they didn't have any this season. It's like, why not just have all the Lost Sectors available in every season?
Is it that obvious? I'm sorry.
This still was one of my favorite seasons. I think it was a really strong season overall. It's just coming off of Season of the Deep, which to me was almost a perfectly done season. Like, everything about it was just beautifully done. And we got, like I said, we got the best dungeon ever. And man, they really had a lot to live up to. And starting out, they bookended it really well. Like, starting it out with Erismorn's transformation got me super hyped, and then it kind of died down. And then bringing in the 15th Wish, just, whoo, like, my excitement went through the roof. So they did a really good job of booking it and keeping that hype up. But man, Season of the Deep was so good. But I will say, this is definitely in my top 3 seasons so far. Like, I really enjoyed this season. I just wish they had a little bit more content. You know, an exotic quest would have been really nice, or mission. You know, just a special exotic mission like they've done in the past would have been really cool. Or just anything, you know. I know they can't do a dungeon every season. I know they can't, you know, they did bring us a raid. So I will give them that, but it felt like it was just missing something. I don't know what. Like I said, the exotic quest would have been nice. Maybe that just put the icing on the cake, you know, for me, and really put it up there. But like I said, definitely in my top 3 favorite seasons. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the review. And as always, thank you for watching. Namzi. Bye-bye. I don't even understand why I'm doing this. Like, dude, I suck. Nobody's even going to watch this damn thing. I mean, it's just stupid. You know, this girl actually told me that my voice doesn't match my face because I actually have a cute face. I mean, it's talk about a backhanded compliment. There was actually quite a lot missing from this season, I felt like. I pulled that out of order. You know what? Let's start.